Well, my little beauties, it is tool talk time again. I do love making these videos. I could almost make one every day. Oh, so much to have a look at and so much history. We've got Whitworth American, what they Canadian metric. No. What's a Canadian size? We know metric, but large metric. It's very interesting. They're reliable. Made in England, but I haven't found an address for this. But again, look, it's the original. It's the original box. So lucky to have landed on this one. It's the original box and the catch, and still got the correct stickers on. Look, that's been mangled for some job or something, because of course they're working sets. Yeah, they're working sets. The little screwdriver bit, you'd think that would disappear, wouldn't you? But that's hanging on in there. And this, what do they call it? A pressure piece. I'm not sure. Universal joints. This is an extension. I first thought it was a spark plug one. I guess you could use it on a spark plug if you got the right size. And the ratchet, which is the one-way ratchet. So when you've got something like this, you think, how old? Sometimes it's very difficult to, date a tool. But luckily, part of what we do, we collect the books as well, don't we? We collect the Buck and Hickman books, the tool books of the time and of the date. Let's have a look. So in 1935, it was in the Buck and Hickman book. So first of all, you find it. Did we? Yeah, we had a price on it, look. We got the prices. I do one of my tool talks. We're going to chase the price of a footprint over the years, because pretty much footprints are in all the books. You'll find a footprint. Wow, and they're still making them today, aren't they? But anyway, I am a fan of box spanners. You'll know that, won't you? So, can we go further back? Can we go back further than 1935? Well, luckily enough, we've got here a 1930 Buck and Hickman book, and here it is. Here it is, look. Wow. So it's well established, reliable box spanner. Yeah, I am a box spanner. And what we got here? We've got the reliable set, and Apollo, and the ferret. Where does it say we've got the ferret set somewhere? Ferret. No, it doesn't show it in the book. But let's see if we can find the ferret. Hold on a minute. And then, lo and behold, what have we got here? The ferret spanner set. Ferret set number 2. Apollo. Yeah. Apollo. Let's oh, look at this beauty. Look at this gorgeous thing here. Wow. Slightly different. The reliable set drove the outside. The ferret set, it drives the inside of the square. This fits in here, and it makes one hell of a clicking noise. One hell of a clicking noise. Let's pick a one. Let's pick a one. Let's pick this one. The other one drive from out. This one drives inside. Look. See if we can click it. So you want to go one way that way, tighten it or loosen it, and you swap sides and you do it with this one. Yeah. And again, finding not only the set, but then the tool, the box, you know. The good thing about this is it's the feret, look. The feret. And it's made in Hickman and Pollock in Oldbury. Now I did go knock on their door and I never chased it any further, so when I retire, 5 weeks, woo, who's counting? Yeah. We might persevere, send a few emails. Hickman and Pollock, yeah. So that's, we can send this back to 1930, 1935, can't we? Wow, and Apollo. So let's see what else we in the box spanner. So here we have the silent grip. Yeah, wow. Yeah, Hickman and Pollock. Silent grip. There's no ratchet. There's like a braking system on it. Again, it's a one-way ratchet. It only ratchets one way, but all you do is you do that way for one way and turn it over. At that point, they didn't do two ways, and there's no click, click, click. And it's again, it drives the inside of the socket, and you see. So I guess somebody had thought it. The noise of the ratchets is a bit annoying, and yeah. So the silent grip, Hickman and Pollock. Yeah. So let's see what else there is in the box spanner. I am a fanboy of box spanners. You will find, we've got the size of Whitworth, you will find Apollo on some of these. You will find Apollo on these somewhere. Anyway, let's show you the other set. Here we have Apollo silent grip. This is the junior. There's two sizes. Well, there's 4 sizes of them. There's the size I've just shown you, and then there's this one. Apollo silent grip. Again, the box, the label, another, and an extension underneath. And this has got the Apollo on it, see? Yeah. Silent grip Apollo. Yeah, made in England. Yeah. So that's this one, which is that set. Sits on a bit of sponge in there, look. Sits on there. And that's those sizes. There is another one. There's another 2. I'm just one set missing of this lot. It's the same looking type tin, but this one is the minor size. Again, this one, the label, if you put that on a light, it does show it through just, but can you see there's a slight difference in sizes. This is like from small up to middle, and this is from middle up to not quite so big, and then the other set steps up again. Yeah, so there's a progression. You can start with the small ones, then you can get your next set, it comes up a little bit more. Hold on, let's go and get the other one next to it. There's one here, another set there, look, and then you can use this set to come up again. But there is one set in the middle that I haven't got yet. I'm keeping my eyes open for it. box spanners. They're all thrown in the bottom of your toolbox. We've all got them in the bottom of our toolbox, and we don't want to throw them away, but we don't know what to do with them. That's the trouble. They get ignored, don't they? They get ignored, box spanners. Now, I use them quite a lot. Hold on. Who remembers the Scout Crafter Challenge? Can you see? This is a box spanner. And we found it with the broad arrow on it, didn't we? So we kept the middle, and we made a screwdriver handle out of it. Scout Crafter did that challenge, didn't we? Make a screwdriver out of a bolt. We did the handle. It's a bit heavy duty, you know, but I have seen them abroad. You know, you see them, the Malaysian and the foreign. If you look closely, when they're working, you do occasionally see the box spanner in their toolkits. As always, there is lots of unfinished project. We must finish this, and we just we fancied a longer. We got a longer box spanner, and we used the box spanner. We put a bolt in there and welded it in, didn't we? There was a hole here, and there's a hole up here as well, but we put a nut in it, we welded it, and this simply threads in. I haven't really decided what to do, you see. Can you see? We welded a nut in there. This was the top. We haven't really finish this off, which we should do really. Hold on a minute, there. That just simply screws in. I don't know whether to... We had the same idea with this, look, we blended it and turned it into one, welded it together, blended it and welded it. We might round that off the same. But you can do different things. Do you keep, and you can see, look, I kept this so that we can look inside to see how it was made. How we, this was a bolt. I cut the head of the bolt off so that I wanted this shaft. This was a bolt. The head was here and the thread was down there. So what I did is I cut the head off here and welded this together up here in there. So that's just to show you that it's not just a shaft, it was made out of a bolt, a long bolt. Yeah, so I quite like that as a point of interest, you know. Sort of, how did you make it, Reggie? You know, that sort of a thing. Yeah, and that came out of Jack's shed, didn't it? Yeah. So, box spanners, we all disregard them. Don't disregard them. They have such a history, and you can date them. Finally date them, can't you? Chase the Apollo name that's gonna fall. Hold on, very nearly a blooper. See, the Apollo is still going. The Apollo box spanner set is still going in the Buck and Hickman books, 1958. Look, so it's these books. Any of the tool books, I'm a bit mad on tool books. I always find them, but they're great for finding the date or when they come in and when the change was, when they came from one thing to another, you know. They're amazing. These tool books are amazing. And you look at a thing and you can age it, or you've seen in the book, for when you're picking them up, you know how old they are and the prices of them. Yeah, wow. Just for a let's see if we have the index, particularly in these Buck and Hickman books. The index is amazing because you can find the name of the tool, the name maker, like Moore and Wright, but you can also search the tool itself. So you can search it via the name of the tool or by the name of the maker. The index in this fantastic index in these Buck and Hickman books. Yeah. And the oldest book I've got is the 1910. Look at that, 1910 tool book. And I was going to show you the rat spanner. We've got a rat spanner, and we were going to go here for box spanners, but I can't find it. I knew I wanted to keep it special somewhere, and that special somewhere has eluded me. But when I find the rat spanner, we'll do one on the rat spanner. But you see, we've got box spanners here, and we can go back and find the wrenches. Yeah, unbreakable Clyburn jaw spanners, look. So the one that you picked up the other day, Steve, that could well go 1910 and backwards. Yeah, so especially the Clyburns, yeah. So that's this. I think I'll try and make you one. I'm not very good at making lists, but we need to find the book, the date, and the price of the footprints. Yeah, and we'll document them, and we'll try and figure out how inflation has gone. It's not only inflated in money, but percentage inflation has gone crazy, and you can see it in these books. And luckily enough, most of them at that time seemed to put the prices in them. Yeah, so, and we can convert that into proper English money, won't it? Yeah, what it's equivalent to now into metric. So here we go. What do we see? Look, this is when you had the choice of whether you wanted wooden handles or steel handles. So it's around about the time when they were selling both. They were 1910, look. Let's have a look at a few of those. Hold on. So maybe in our next film will be the wrenches. But I bought a whole collection, didn't I? And they're in another box that I meant to put on display, but we've got plenty of wrenches, monkey wrenches and pipe wrenches to have a go at, so maybe that will be another tool talk. Somewhere, I knew it was somewhere. Here is the rat spanner that we saw in the 1910 book. Wow, who knew this was older than the box spanner set? Anyway, there's a few wrenches that I've yet to show you. And there's a little teaser. Let's just show you that one. That's the 1817. But that's for another film. That's for another tool talk. And the Buck and Hickman books stretch a long way. 64, 58, 30, 1935, 1930. We've got a 1971-72 book there. We've got a 1961 Buck and Hickman book here, and we've got a more up-to-date 1990 to 2000 Buck and Hickman book there. So, if you're enjoying these Tool Talk videos, which I think you are, and you've got any to add to it, send them along. Tell me you've made it. I'll record it off the television, put it on the channel as a Tool Talk. As more knowledge we've got, don't ask me about planes. I know all of you go crazy about planes. I'm not a wood plane person, so don't ask me about planes. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying these Tool Talk videos, and there's lots and lots more to come.